What are the longest Geometry Dash demons of each difficulty? I searched through each demon of each difficulty under the extra large tab XL to see what are the longest levels. The way you can do it is you can download the level, you make a copy of it, and then in the editor, it'll show you exactly how long the level is. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go through all the levels because some of the categories I knew which the longest level was without having to check. Whew! I'm going to showcase each level in its entirety in this video. So this video, it's going to be really long. Only true MVPs watch the whole thing. There are minigame levels that are actually longer than a couple of these levels that are on the list, but I'm not going to include minigame levels. And the reason being is that when you go into the editor and you see a minigame level being like 15 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that, oftentimes you can complete that minigame before the timer runs out. Like if you complete the mini game, you get to the end of it, you just win and it automatically puts you at the end of the level, and you can beat that level in less time than what the editor actually tells you, even though it tells you it's like quite the long level. There are some mini games where it might actually take you longer than some of these levels to play, but just for the sake of simplicity, we're focusing on normal Geometry Dash style gameplay. So we're going to start off with the longest easy demon level, which is the Long Walk Home by Ren 241, which I've already done. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to do it again. The Long Walk Home is 11 minutes and 20 seconds. That is long, but it's not nearly the longest one today. So in the Long Walk Home, there is a coin at the end of the level, and it's quite the difficult jump. I actually managed to get it when I beat this level the first time. I thought I didn't get it, but I guess I did. Wow. I went for it, dude. Dude, I went for it. So what you'll notice in, you know, this being the easiest level that we're going to be playing today is there's quite a lot of space. Like this is an easy demon, and the reason why it's an easy demon is because of just how long it is. The difficulty of this level, if this was only like, I don't know, a long level, a minute and 20 seconds, this would probably be something like a 6-star, maybe a 5-star, but just because of the length of the level, it is considered a demon because you really need the skill of consistency. It'd probably be a 6-star, maybe a 7-star actually. I mean, it's not like free, right? But it's pretty chill compared to other demon levels for sure. I'm only 7% of the way done. I find the hardest part of this level is there's a part coming up. It's like at 20%. There's a cube section, which sometimes I get baited into jumping when I'm not supposed to, but I don't know. Anyways, I didn't practice this level before playing it. I played it like a week ago when I was planning this video, and then I haven't practiced it since, so I might forget a couple things, but it's very sight readable as opposed to some of the other levels we're going to be playing today. Some of the other levels we're playing today, like they're long, and this is the part that I die to sometimes. Some of the other levels we're playing today, they're long and you need to know them, which it's a lot to know, and that's when you start upping the difficulty in like the super massive like XL demon levels. So oof, I don't know what it is about this part, but as soon as I get past this part, I find it pretty chill. Even though that part is rather chill, I don't know why. That part, it freaks me out a little bit. But now that we're past that, I don't think there's a place I'm gonna die to. Oh my god. Do not die, Eric. Yeah, see? It's not... Dude, I don't know what it was about those like flashy blocks, but I just like, they didn't register. My eyes did not register them at all. Like, it's not that hard of a part. But I was just looking at like the top and bottom of the screen. Like, why are they covered with spikes? That's what I was thinking as I went up to the spikes. What am I doing, dude? I don't know why this ball part is like confusing me. I almost died again. Why? Why am I being dumb here? Okay. Okay, now we should get it. Now we're cruising all the way to the end. There's not much I want to say about this level, other than it's really long. It's really sight readable. As long as you're thinking and not missing like flashy, colorful blocks, quite obviously like I did. It's really sight readable, so that's why I don't think I'm gonna need to practice anymore. And not much else to say. So let's just enjoy. Let's enjoy this level. The worst thing is, I don't know what it is, but my ear itches today. Not a good day for that when I'm going to be doing levels that are over 10 minutes long. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I will mention one other thing. One thing about these XXXL levels, these super long levels, is once you get into a section, as like kind of the visuals change a bit, the hardest part is just transitioning into it, like adjusting to the new section. It's easy to make a mistake like on the first input or two, but once like visually you're used to a part, you're like, oh, okay, and then it's pretty relaxing. It's just like once you know what to expect from a part, then it's really easy. It's just sometimes transitioning into that part and like adjusting. That's what's going to kill you, as can be said for a lot of levels in the game, but especially for like these levels that take a very, very long time, right? Happy 50%. Congratulations, us. We're under the water with the fish. I don't know why it's called a long walk home when part of it is swimming, you know? Should have been called a long walk and swim home. I almost died because I made that stupid joke. I jumped when I shouldn't have at one part. Oh, man. Well, happy 75%. We're a little bit past, but I wasn't... I'm focusing on the gameplay. I guess I have quite a lot of time to look at the progress bar, though. Some of these sections. Almost done. And by almost done, I mean there's probably like another minute and 20 seconds left. Yes. Almost done by this level standards. So coming up soon to go to the coin path if you want to do it, which I'm not going to. I have a video where I did get the coin, so you guys can check that out. I'll link it in the description. If you do want to get the coin path, you go up there, you hit that question mark, and then it makes the very last jump very difficult. Not like impossibly so. It's not like as difficult as some other levels with like really hard final jumps in XL levels. But it makes that final jump really hard where you got to jump between two spikes. And it's tough. But I did get it. Forgot that I got it. The Longest Easy Demon, The Long Walk Home by Ren241 is a pretty fun level. And I think like as long as you have some semblance of consistency, I think anyone can do it really. It's not that difficult. So for the medium demon, there is a relatively new level called Charmed Life by Pac. This level clocks in at 14 minutes and 33 seconds, which is like 3 minutes longer than The Long Walk Home. I need to do a practice run. See you guys in a million years. The hardest part of this level is at the very end of it. The screen keeps on doing this thing where it switches a bunch and you got to react to some jumps. It's at the end of like a 14-minute level and it's going to be really stressful. This level's interesting because it's really relaxing. And then the end is quite stressful, but that could just be me. But like, this level only has cube and ship for the game modes. It's very simple. And for most of it, you're not even in the ship. You're just jumping over simple jumps as the cube. Yet, some jumps are really easy and really free. And then you take that for granted. And then all of a sudden, there'll be a jump that's actually a little bit longer than you think. And you'll all of a sudden die, which is what I found anyways. So I died at some really weird spots while practicing this, and I feel like I'm not gonna want to attempt this in normal. Like, I feel like this is gonna take me a couple hours to do just because I'm gonna get really far. I'm gonna die and I'm gonna have to go all the way back to the level. I might have to go and practice it again. Oh man, I'm just fingers crossed. This could be really, really scary. If you hit the bottom or the top, you die, by the way, which I almost did die. I almost flew all the way down. Wasn't ready for that transition. Let's see how well we can do this. Most of it's chill, dude. This flying part's chill. There's actually quite an interesting flying part later on where like there's two sets of platforms and like the platform like which one can kill you and which one can't kill you switches to the song, and it's really quite cool. It's a really cool, really cool flying part. But most of this level is just jumping, just like this. Most of the level is this, in different locales, different locations. And then some of these jumps are chill, and sometimes the way those things move, those little landmines or whatever they are, they like bob back and forth. They bob back and forth and they move slowly, and like sometimes it's not that long of a jump, and sometimes it's a really long jump. Okay, so for these ones, I gotta jump early, I think. I'm gonna jump a little bit earlier than I expect. Just the way they move a little bit, man, it freaks me out. Like, seriously. This is like the ultimate consistency challenge. With a couple trolls strewn in. Just for the lulz. Now when we get to spikes, it's not that bad. Spikes are easy to jump over. Although I did die to a couple of them in practice. Some, like who knows? Chill. I'd much rather have the spikes than the landmines, though. This level's awesome. It is quite good. The theming of it, like visually, like the journey. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy the big conclusion at the end when the screen starts changing to all the places you've been. It's cool, but I will say, like, God damn! Whew, man. It made it past where I died before. It's stressful when those things like are moving a little bit quicker than normal, you know? Landmines are stressful. Give me the little mini spikes, please. The landmines do not go away, though. They're here for most of the level, in some form or another. There's different kind of obstacles. These ones are pretty chill. The ones in the cave. The crystals. Probably because they're stationary. And then the spikes are really relaxing. Oh, yes. That's cool. I like how you get on the train. It's nice. Wonder where I'll die next. Surely I'm not going to get to the end. If I do, it's a fluke. Oh, dude, I didn't mean to jump there. I did a hyper robot jump. Holy. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There is robot gameplay. I said there was only cube and chip, but there's robot, too. Forgot about that. Too high. Man, I just looked at the progress bar quickly. I'm only at 37%. My God. It's felt like an eternity. These double spikes can be pretty tough. Because it's a big boy spike. Got here once in practice. They're not that bad. I almost died there, actually. Wow. Come on. This is the cool part. Here we go. But it is one of the harder parts. And our ship is cracked. Oh no! Not the landmines. Like, look how far apart those spread. Those are some of the easier jumps, but transitioning into that was stressful. I almost died, actually. And there's a part at the end when the screen starts switching where it switches to this part. It's really easy to die to it. Almost died transitioning into this part, just because I was visually getting used to it. Okay. But once you're into it, it's not that bad. Like I mentioned in the long walk home, right? Sometimes transitioning into different parts can be difficult in these long levels. I like this part a lot. Okay. Almost 2/3. Still a very long ways to go. I like playing as the robot here, because you can control how high you jump. Makes each jump less stressful. Now it starts switching like that. See how the screen switches? And right now it only switches between like these two, but eventually it starts switching between a lot more than that, and it can get a little not confusing. It's pretty clear what to do, but some of them are sudden, and then like visually, like it just messes you up. So yeah. Yeah, this part's hard. Well, it's the hardest part anyways. For me. Not quite yet. You'll see what I mean. I'm gonna go into full focus mode. Where there's spikes, it's not bad. It's after this transition that's really hard. That one, I died to in practice. Okay, made it. I was very close to dying there. Okay, I think that's it. Oh my god, I did it. Oh, thank God I didn't die to that end. I totally thought I was going to a few times. That's pretty lucky. Oh, dude, that was so stressful. Oh my God. I lagged at one point too. Like my game jittered a bit because it's quite an intensive level. Like on my screen, I'm at like 140 frames per second on 360 FPS. Oh man. Oh, I did it. Oh. That's a cool level. I love like the progression of the level and like the exploration and stuff. I think it's a fantastic level. It's just really stressful. The current longest demon in the game that we're going to be doing next is now a hard demon, and it's called Larga Espera by Nacho21, which is an old level. So this is a very old level. I think it was right before 2.1 came out. And it recently got rated. This level clocks in at 15 minutes and 6 seconds, which is just a little bit longer than Charmed Life. And the thing about this level is there are some trolley parts to it. There's off-screen jump orbs that you have to know where they are. There's certain UFO patterns you have to know. There's a ball maze. This level used to be an insane demon, but right now it's a hard demon, which at this length and at the stuff that you have to go through, like it's a pretty tough, hard demon. One thing that's cool about this is you can choose your language. A level dedicated to the wait to 2.1. Talking about waiting so long for 2.1, which is really interesting because, you know, if Nacho only knew the wait for 2.2. You know what's funny? I died a couple times to the beginning and I was like, why didn't I get any blue orbs for that? And I realized I wasn't even at 1% yet. Oh my God. The level gets a little bit easier as it goes on though. So there is that at least. This is going to be a stressful completion. I really like how the music switches. It's really cool because the way the music switches, it makes each part have a whole different feeling to them, even though there's like simple blocks. Like it feels like a layout structure because this is like a nod to all the previous updates, right? Which is why it looks like this. And it's really cool. Like the song switches in each section and it really gives each section its own unique feel. So I like this level. It's actually pretty cool. Oh my God, I couldn't remember. Are you The music sync seems off. Okay. That's supposed to be the spider. Because it's before 2.1. Okay. If I die now, I suck. Should be just pretty chill to the end. I would read the text. I wasn't shitting my pants. Because this is such a stressful level. You guys have no idea. It may look chill, but it's anything but. Okay. I think we did it. Oh my god, 15 minutes and 6 seconds! Wait, what? What just happened? It like didn't give me my completion. What? What? Like my game just broke. I beat you level. No way. There's no way. Like, did you see that? It went to the end of the level and then it just flashed back to the screen. Okay, there we go. I just used Mega Hack to insta-complete it. I know. Whoa, Eric. Whoa, the hacks. But I beat that legit, man. I'm getting my completion for it. I 100% beat that legit. 15 minutes and 6 seconds. And this level, the beginning of the level has a lot of parts you can't really sight read. There's a lot of things you need to know, a couple awkward timings, and those are the ones that are going to get you. Say there's probably like 10 or so like awkward timings that you just really need to know. Maybe jump orbs that you're on the very right side of it as you hit it, or like platforms that look like it could be a jump, but really it's a fall onto it. So there's a few that you just need to know, but once you know them, like you're set, but there's a lot to remember and it's really stressful. This level's tough. The longest Insane Demon was Largo Aspera before it was demoted to Hard Demon. And now the longest Insane Demon is kind of surprising. It's actually the shortest one on the list. This is one of the demon difficulties where I actually painstakingly went through every single XL Insane Demon to find what the longest one was because I just couldn't find a general consensus otherwise. So it turns out the longest Insane Demon that's not a mini game actually is still just Dream Travel. Dream Travel holds up, and at one point, I think it was the longest rated level in the game when it first came out. And this level has a bit of a history. At the end of this level that is 7 minutes and 30 seconds long, there was like this insanely hard jump that was like, it was ridiculous. And Dorami died there 14 times. 15 times? I forget, before he beat it. And it was a pretty like, he grinded this level hard, and it's like, it was insane. But it got nerfed, and now it's a very enjoyable Insane Demon Travel level. It's pretty cool. I grinded Largo Aspera for a long time today, so guess what? We're gonna see past Eric Van Wilderman complete Dream Travel in all its glory. The longest Insane Demon in the game. It's fantastic. I think it speaks for itself. Supreme and GD did a fantastic job on it. So just enjoy the level. I beat this about 3 years ago. Here you go. I'm not doing it. There's a lot to learn. As long as I'm hitting that wave consistent, we're gonna get this level. I almost died there. Oh my god. Boom! So chill. God, the art in this level is so good. This level's a fantastic level. Just 30 more percent to get to 90. Once you get to 90, it's free. Which is past the boss fight. 91, I think. Well, it's not free, but, you know, close to it. Come on. Imagine dying here. easy, but nerve-wracking. I lagged a bit, damn. I'm lagging, holy crap. It has been done! Thank you, past Eric Van Wilderman, for that insane demon completion. The longest extreme demon in the game might come as a bit of a shock because there's this one level that's on the demons list called Sinister Silence that a lot of people think is the longest demon in the game. And it's actually beaten out. Sinister Silence, I believe, is like 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Yeah, Sinister Silence is 8 minutes and 45 seconds. But there is a level, there is an extreme demon that I could probably beat if I really wanted to. And it is Light Travel by Dongchi. If we go into the editor and we check, it is 9 minutes and 7 seconds long with exactly 80,000 objects used in it. So it's pretty long, but this one isn't particularly hard. I don't know if it's considered a beginner extreme. We'll go through a little bit of it in practice. Oh, and we got no music because my game's broken. Light Travel by Dongchi. I could see myself beating this level someday because as you can see, it's an extreme demon, but it's fairly like forgiving. Like these flying sections, like not insanely tight. Now, apparently some people were saying that this level actually, it goes and hovers in between an insane and extreme demon. Like sometimes it goes in between, but it's 9 minutes long, which is insanely long. And even though like it's kind of forgiving, there are some inputs, as you can see here, where it's not like, it's not free by any means. Like it is much harder than Largo Aspera and Dream Travel, like much harder. And it's 9 minutes long. So, you know, I think it deserves its extreme demon rating. And then there's this part here, like there's just a lot to remember. Like which orb do you hit? You know, there's a lot of like fakes and stuff, a lot of like fairly tight jumps, considering you have to buffer that actually. Considering this level's 9 minutes. Yeah, I definitely think this deserves its extreme demon rating. Of course, like if you're hyper consistent at this game, this level would be pretty easy, but I'm not hyper consistent. It takes me a while to remember you know, levels like this. So that's it. Light Travel, man. See, like jump orbs that you have to jump over and miss, like you don't hit. There's so many things to remember. 9 minutes long. I mean, what do you guys think? Like just judging from the gameplay you've seen so far. So there's so many like little inputs to remember over the course of 9 minutes. Like I think that's pretty bananas. Now, I'm not too sure if it stays consistently difficult throughout the whole thing, which is kind of why we're in practice mode. Light Travel, 9 minutes long. Ouch, bro. Bro. So many little things to remember. Oh, that's okay. We're just going through the fists. We don't want to be fisted. We don't want to be punched. It's fairly technical. There's a lot of little things to remember, like asymmetrical duels with timings and stuff. Like, are you crazy? Are you crazy, dude? Like little jumps. Oh, dude, that was quite challenging, man. And look at just all this mess of orbs. There's so much to remember over the course of 9 minutes. Like, yeah, this is a bananas level. It's bananas, dude. It's probably even like beyond a beginner extreme. It's probably, I would say, like an easy extreme, because there's a difference between like a beginner extreme like Cataclysm and an easier extreme like, dare I say, Bloodbath. I mean, it kind of is at this point though, right? Okay, dude, I want to beat this someday. Seriously, I'm going to. I promise you guys that. I will come back and beat this someday. So tell you guys what we're gonna do. Instead of me completing this level in its entirety and showcasing the level and just taking this person's video, I'm gonna direct you guys, if you want to see this level in full, to go to Dreamtide, who is the first mobile victor of Light Travel, which is really impressive. Mobile victor of a 9-minute extreme demon. That's pretty bananas. So go and give them some support if you want to see the level in its entirety. I just wanted to play it a little bit to see what it was like. And yeah, it's a pretty cool level. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. The longest demons in the game. This was a crazy video to make. There was a lot of grinding. Mostly Largo Aspera. I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave a like, helps me out a lot. And as always, peace.